could find my pen. What am I taking? Yeah, what am I waiting for? I got the Louis, and I can't leave a thing behind. Got a pack, got the Louis. Well, let me different, change your mind. I got a pack it for every reason, every season, be it night or day. I got a pack, got the Louis. I love my Louis when I go away.
know, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, we're just reloading the track again. A few people having some technical difficulties. We were meant to roll through to racing a minute ago. The update on Booker's camper van is it has gone past the Saddle Road, so it's clearly heading down to Wellington for their opening meeting. The goal is music will be loud. It's just a temporary distraction while we wait for Kiwi Factor things. We can never have a meeting actually start on time at Kiwi Factor. If we do so, we actually lose access to the mods. Well, he still could be going to Palmy opening. Might be going to Wellington opening first, but with your help, we can keep that man well and truly the fuck out of New Zealand Speedway. I think he's covering New Zealand Rally now, which is just as bad. No, it has to be at least 5 minutes behind. And we also have to start up to 8 o'clock. Can't start before then, not like any of us have stuff to do tomorrow. That would rather get a nice early sleep for. Thought I'd turn that music off. Slow rolling through, so hopefully we'll be starting racing soon. Let's get someone. Oh, we rolled again. Yeah, I think the world's slowest North Islander, he's now covering rally racing. That's probably the only thing I've really seen from him. Of course, now there's too many good content creators that actually make content for Speedway in New Zealand now, so it's starting to actually... It's like under COVID, where the Dolphins returned to Italy. Now that Booker's gone, we're actually starting to get some decent people making content for New Zealand Speedway. Cockpit doesn't make content for the Speedway anymore. They're done. They only do rally stuff. Just waiting on one more person's computer to try have a crack. One more person with the connection issues, then we'll hopefully get some racing underway. One of the big four meetings for the stock cars. Obviously excluding all the teams events. Only 3 teams have actually entered for the New Zealand stock car title in a couple months' time. Of course, now we have to contend with Booker Jr. Old Shans with Sparky himself. As we get a little bit of alienness before we move into race number 1. Oh, we're racing in the dark. Nice. As we see JPH and Lance Hansen, your front row for this heat number 1. Bolton and Jaden Ty, row number 2. Profit, row 3 with Tyler Fitzsimmons, Matt Stone, and Leo is that 5th row. Will be lights out shortly. The heat number 1 in this qualifying group number 1. I think it's 3 12-lap races. Top 14 go through. Rest go through to a repechage where the top 2 go through. But it's JPH away with a clean start as we see chaos in the background as we go too far back, as we already see one car destined for the repechage. And it's actually Lance Hansen doing a stellar job to hold on to 2nd place. No race 1 rules, so you can be straight onto the blocks. He's still running those wheels I liberated for him when I made his first stock car skin. He's got the 2NZ up the inside showing the nose. But Lance still doing his best to hold on to 2nd as he's got a massive drop, but he does God's work. Couldn't have happened to a nicer man as the 2NZ drops down the order. And now it's JPH still leading them out. Kevin Martin 2nd and Leo in 3rd. As we continue racing, we come up to the back of some back markers now. They're early into this race, already going to stir up some carnage. Logan Weary in that 172P. As we get a good look at Bolton's car parked up on the infield, he's having some technical issues tonight. Logan Weary does his best to kind of hold on to that lead lap position, but he's dropped down the order. Pollock Houston through. Kevin Martin doing his best to chase him down. Future RC champion in that driver, that's for sure. And it's Jaden Ty in behind. He's a future New Zealand champion. For someone who's only brand new in the sport, he is definitely putting in the hard yards and doing his best to be up the front as much as possible. As we look just behind him to Leo. Now JPH, he's got a little bit of an armed escort now in Profit. I don't think he'll take a swing at JPH. As we see Hamish Edgecombe try to take a swing. The Busters extraordinaire. He takes a swing at the back of Profit. I'm not really sure what he was planning to achieve with a swing like that, but nonetheless, we've all seen it happen now. As we look just a little bit back, Leo takes a swing at the 2nd place man of Jaden Ty. Kevin Martin has been bumped down the order by him. Might have been a little bit of carnage to allow so, as we were looking far ahead at JPH, who's just got a commanding lead. And some... Oh! I've almost fucking commentators cursed him as we almost see JPH over and out. That's got Jaden Ty in the lead with a Busters car ahead of him. I don't think there'll be another swing taken. As it's Kevin Martin now, he's in a commanding position in 2nd. Leo just in behind. Tyler Fitzsimmons 4th, Richard Joy 5th, and couldn't happen to a better person, Caleb Arneson in 6th. Of course, now it's the Jaden Ty show. So new in the community, in fact, he's still running one of the default pre-made skins. As the sun's slowly starting to set here at Gisborne Speedway. Looks like it should be finals type of time zoning, but We're on that edge of darkness. Gisborne, of course, famous for their early starts, friendly family racing, and punch-ups in the pits if you dare hit a gooch car. But it's still the Jaden Ty show. Out in the lead, Kevin Martin in second, Richard Joy third, Leo in fourth, and of course you can see up across the top of the screen, you can look out for your favourite driver, unless you're a Bolton fan like myself, in which case he has dropped early stages in this race. Jaden Ty has had his lead cut down significantly. Oh, it's race over, that's why. So Jaden Ty takes out heat number 1, Kevin Martin in second, Richard Joy third, Leo Tui in fourth, Tyler Fitzsimmons in fifth, sixth Matt Stone, seventh couldn't have happened to a better person, Caleb Arneson, eighth Wade Crawford, ninth Justin Lemon, 10th Pollock Houston, 11th Max Beal, 12th Kane Dyrich, 13th James Profit, and 14th in the last qualifying spot, if this was overalls, was Lance Hansen. Holy shit, I thought the other Lucas had a hard last name. Jesus, holy hecker. We've got Lucas Jaro, and now we've got Lucas Var? Veer? I'm going to go with Veer. Right, heat number 2. Logan Weary, he's up the front. Hamish Edgecombe will be looking to make up some points after that first heat. Max Beal and Justin Lemon, row number 2, Lucas Veer. Some possible issues with the grids just being complained in the drivers chat. So they're just quickly looking at some behind the scenes stuff to try and work out what's going on. Right, just quickly. Nope. we were going to just roll through, but wouldn't be Kiwi Factor if everything just worked, would it? I could pretend like I know what the fuck was going on, but that would be a lie. Something about batch files.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Right, so Matt Stone, Max Bill front row, Kane Dyrich and Wade Crawford row 2, Lance Hansen and Hamish Edgecombe will be looking up to make some points up from that first one. Logan Wary and Kevin Martin row 4, Lucas Varr and Jonathan Bolton row 5. That's all we've got time for as we get underway. Matt Stone leads out the field with two Mickey, the real deal, Max Beal just in behind in that orange tank. And it's an almighty turn 3 push as we see Kevin Martin racing like it is the finals. He's straight back up into the front of the field again. Hamish Edgecombe just pushes him wide but loses control himself. He doesn't drop down the order, but he causes a concertina effect down the back, allowing everyone to catch up to the back of Pollock Houston and himself. He just dives it in a little bit wide. He gets pushed up high by Wade Crawford, looking to go for a killing blow. As we look back up to the front of the field, it's still the Matt Stone show, using his rees, get by tokens to make passes. And it's the real deal, two Mickey, Max Beal in second, Kevin Martin still in third. He's got the hard charging Jesse Pollock Houston in behind. But it's Matt Stone still leading them out. He hasn't had much back marker trouble. Mind you, I'd be too scared to hit him. After all, he is head admin. Of course, getting past that next back marker. What happened to Max? Oh, with fucking Spud Hub Max getting removed from the race. Clearly one of the back markers didn't want to see him get through. But now it's Pollock Houston versus Jono Bolton for third. Obviously both of these drivers getting a free position due to Max Beal just being removed from the equation. Pollock Houston, the veteran of the two. Bolton slides underneath, gets a little bit of a nudge for his trouble. Pollock Houston back in through to third. Bolton trying to make the same sort of pass as before. He gets the job done. He gets a decent corner exit. There's carnage on the front straight. Pollock Houston's going to look to make another shove pass. Bolton just puts his car on a line that just doesn't allow that move to work. And now Bolton is through into third. It's sort of the usual suspects in that top 14 really. Or more should I say, it's those usual suspects not in the top 14. Who just haven't quite figured out how to go fast without parking it in a wall. They just don't have the same sort of drive control. As we look to the leader once more, it is Matt Stone in a in all by himself as he's crossed the line to finish first. Kevin Martin gets done at the line by Bolton. Maybe a little bit of friendship points in trade for that one. That looked like a bit of a Rees Racing type move. You can almost hear it now. Bolton is faster, I repeat. Bolton is faster. I've just been told all the points now. I got Exposition dumped all the overalls, but it was way too fast and flown through for me to actually report on it.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
However, this front row, but try and get a good shot of the start. Speedway New Zealand admitting wrong. Of course, that's only something that can happen in the simulators. All the lights are out. We've had a fucking slow start and a jump start. To be fair, I expect that driver might need the points from that jump start anyway as he bottles it. Leo's through into the lead. James Prophet in behind in second. As we look back to third, it is still Lucas Varr temporarily. We've jinxed him as just a lemon sneaks on through. Pollock Houston's in fourth. Wade Crawford narrowly misses out on that carnage happening further back down the order as we see overall points leader Kevin Martin drop right back as we come back through the field. The real deal too, Mickey Max Beale, he's had his bonnet removed by someone in a Tim Tam design nonetheless. And it is Prophet, a former national champion in these cars, leading the field. Caleb Arneson on the blocks already. But it is the Prophet show. Not by a lot though. Leo just in behind, less than a second. Justin Lemon right on the tail of him. A little bit further back, Pollock Houston and Wade Crawford, a teammate of Leo, just beyond the striking distance. As Prophet comes onto the back of the real deal Max Beale. How many 2 metres is this pass going to be? That's what we need to know. As we see Caleb Arneson on the pole. About as surprising as you get really for a Monday night on Kiwi Factor. He's not good for much more than jumping on the blocks as we see Prophet get caught up by a lap car. First bit of lap interference we've seen on the leaders so far this meeting. He's only been dropped down to third. Justin Lemon putting the pressure on. We get a little bit of freight train action as Justin makes the pass work. Logan Wherry gets back in on the action again. And now it's utter carnage ahead. It's a real who's going to get through smartly. As we see Prophet go round. No, let's go through race leader Pollock Houston, he's looking to make the most out of this qualifying. Of course, points don't carry through to the final. Where you qualify overall doesn't mean anything except pride, and Pollock Houston clearly wants the most pride out of all of them. But now, with the order shaken up, it's still Leo up the front. Bolton, who needs the points, DNFing in race 1, he's in 3rd. Justin Lemon 4th momentarily as Profit goes through to relegate him to 5th. Matt Stone just on that edge of the top 5. With the carnage that's been going on, anything can happen. As we see, Profit doing his best to cause a little bit of carnage has allowed Matt right to the back of him. As we see more carnage up ahead as Justin Lemon being dealt to. Profit gets dealt to as well. Kevin Martin, he's worked his way back up from the back of the pack. And now it's JPH. He's getting his fair share of attention. Bolton's through for the lead. He needs the points more than JPH does, I think. That might have been some after flag contact. Has JPH finished? Yes, he did. I don't think Caleb would have had to have finished. Right. After 2 heats in Group 2, I can confirm going through in Group 2 with 1 race still to run. Paul Sykes, Dane Walker, Dylan Crystal, Burt Cardwell, Bailey Cooper, Tama, Blake Lockett, Corbin Borwalker, Brandon Niven, James Wilson, Tyson Goodley, Justin Jessup, Cohen Wright, and Bryce Cross. So there is a runoff for 14th, and there might be a runoff for 1st, depending on how they're looking in Server 2. So, Hamish Edgecombe versus Kane Rich. Yep. We get a safety stoner, the first one we've had. Safety stoner parks it up. We haven't had one of these safety cars since teams. They actually start a little bit back from the flagman. Edgecombe to the inside. Gonna try and get a good sort of angle to watch the start. Of course, runoffs are now contested under teams rules, with the exception of talking. There's Hamish Edgecombe off to an early start. He, of course, did the wonders in that Busters team when they showed up with two cars, two Huntley. Of course. Nerves showing through here a little bit. He's all over the grass. What is Kane doing? Oh, We'll get that off screen, save him the embarrassment now as Edgecombe showing he is a cut above the bottom of the barrel. Of course, this is for the last qualifying spot of the night. Hamish, of course, not a custom skin made for him specifically. He's another one of these guys who's new in the community, so they are running the pre-made designs that came with the original mod. The age, of course, shows when compared next to of course, Kane has pulled to the infield, ran out of fucks. Right. We are just going to get everything ready for the repecharge. Bring the music back in while we wait. Oh, my effect has fucking crashed. Of course it has. I've I've made the mistake of joining the Discord for the repecharge in my phone, and it is a field of mini stock drivers. I feel like Booker at the moment, and it's a little bit concerning. I'm gonna mute that because holy fuck. Wouldn't amaze me if some had just clung onto a sock or something. Right, I've got final points from group number 2. Going through Paul Sykes, Dane Walker, Dylan Crystal, Burt Cardwell, Tama, Bailey Cooper, Blake Lockett, Tyson Goodley, Brandon Niven, James Wilson, Justin Jessup, Corbin Borwaka, Bryce Cross, and Cohen Wright. Going through from group number 1 will be Kevin Martin, Matt Stone, Leo, Pollock Houston, Jaden Ty, Richard Joy, Justin Lemon, Wade Crawford, James Profit, Tyler Fitzsimmons, Caleb Arneson, Jonathan Bolton, The Real Deal, Max Beal, and Kane Dyrich. Oh no, sorry. He lost the runoff, so it will be Hamish Edgecombe. Fuck, I love R Factor. Love it so much. Just crashed on me again. Oh, bang on time as well. As we'll roll through to the repechage. Top two go through.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
Right. We'll be repechaging in a second. Oh, yep, we're starting to get them on track now. Peter May on pole. Starting next to him, we've got no one. Then back we have Lucas Barr and Jargo, Lance Hansen and Logan Weary. Only 2 cars go through, so 3 cars miss out. Sounds about right. We've had a couple people just give up after the first go at it. Peter May straight on the blocks, holds brakes off the start. Whether or not that is allowed in this repechage, I'm not too sure. I thought it was Indy rules, but it could be teams rules. As we'll look. Oh. Don't bump her up. By the sounds of it, it's not just going to be a
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
yes. Right. Oh, fuck, I answered like I was in the Discord. I was going to be mean, but Bert's beat me to it. So, it's Peter May on the front row. Slight little bit of a gap. Lance Hansen's going to roll up as well. For this 5-car repechage. A lot worse of a start for Peter May this time, but he uses his knowledge to just go straight by. And we've got Jargo on the block. So now it'd be Logan Weary and Peter May through this repechage. Of course, we'll watch this car in second, see what happens to him, if anything. Of course, Lance Hansen using the front bumper to make a pass. Comes in for a dive shot attack there. Fighting for his life in third, like it actually means something in this repechage. As we still see Lance Hansen trying to hard charge his way past, but it's the Pete May show up the front. Any block cars will need to take out at least 3 cars to go through this repechage. As Pete comes onto the back of, I think that was Lucas Veer, who just pulled straight to the pole line. Didn't want any trouble from the veteran. Lucas Weary still in second. Lance Hansen has made his way past, and from what I can tell, he is closing down the gap. however slowly he is. Laps ticking by, it's only a 10 lap race, so not a lot of time to make these passes. Of course, Lance Hansen now, he would be a big beneficiary on anything happening. Anyone on the pole line. Lucas Vars pulled out. So now it's literally just a 4-car race. Half the field getting through, half the field not. Weirgary keeping it nice and straight. Kind of understands the position he's in now, where he's too far to get first, and not that that would matter anyway, as second does just as good of a job. But he knows he just has to hold this gap to Lance Hansen. There's no one on the pole line to stop him. Here we go, we've finally got some blocking action. Lucas Jarrow doing his best to keep Logan Weary out, but he also seems to block Lance there. Not sure who exactly he wants to get through. He can only really pick one in this situation. And he finally decides to pick Lance. Lance through into second now. Jargo doing his best to take him out as well. I don't think he quite understands what's going on. He's the only block car and he needs to remove 2 other cars to get through. Of course, now Peter May, he's coming up to lap all this carnage. We'll see if he can pull a bit of a veteran move here and just sit in behind. He's got 12 seconds worth of a gap. Oh, and only 1 lap to complete. So it will be Peter May and Lance Hansen going through to the final. Gotta just quickly change the scene real quick. Right. So here we are, finally in finals racing. Need to move voice calls so I can hear what's going on. Right. Finally underway for heat number 1. Right, we're finally underway. Finals racing for this North Island champs. Tomo off the front row. We see a little bit of levitation further back down the order. Just going to have to face facts, so we missed that one. Who's actually leading it? Tyson Goodley leading it. Tries to put a big shot on Wade Crawford. Doesn't quite pull a gap like he might have wanted to. Of course, Wade Crawford in second, Leo in third. So it's 2 of the Pro Cup Pro Chargers in second and third. Pollock Houston in fourth. Matt Stone might still be in fifth. We're not really too sure. It's jumping around up on the top screen there. Bryce Cross does an awesome blocking job. Now Tyson Goodley, he's got an almighty gap because of it. Pollock Houston's through into third now, and Caleb Arneson in fourth. But it's now the Tyson Goodley show. He's well and truly out in the lead by himself. Of course, now coming onto the back of lap traffic, any one of these drivers could just decide that they don't want a Tyson Goodley North Island champ. And it would also help them out tremendously as they are on the back of the field. One less car running is one free pass. As we see Bryce Cross take out Max Beal in what is quite an interesting move. Of course, now Pollock Houston, he's caught up and has made a pass for the lead. Tyson Goodley tries to use that front bumper the same way Pollock Houston did in those qualifying races to hold on to the position. Of course, now it's the Tyson Goodley show still. Pollock Houston just in behind, waiting for a moment to strike. He kind of made a mistake there as it's a bit of carnage. He's through. I think Justin Wilson's also through as well. Just got to wait for the banner to scroll back through. We've been watching the wrong car this whole time, I swear. That'd be fucking hilarious. It's always hard to tell who's actually leading these races till we get our first DNFs and we start seeing cars on the infield, as it's Pollock Houston has lost out massively in a bit of contact. And now it is Leo in the lead, Caleb Arneson in second, and was that Wade Crawford in third? Right. Oh, we've missed the end there as I just got a quick phone call I had to deal with. But it is Leo who takes race number 1. Matt Stone in second. Wade Crawford doesn't manage to do better than third despite the carnage that went on. Jonathan Bolton in fourth. Kevin Martin fifth. Pollock Houston sixth. Caleb Arneson seventh. Eighth, Justin Jessup. Ninth, Burt Cardwell.
Attention grid, will all
Right.
non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
Heat number 2. Caleb Arneson, Pollock Houston, your front row. Cohen Wright, Max Bill, row 2. Matt Stone, Tyler Fitzsimmons, row 3. Blake Lockett, Justin Lemon, row 4. Lance Hansen and Brandon Niven, row 5. So it's the 2NZ versus the 94B as your front row. They hold them for an age. They're still holding them and they're underway. 2NZ looks to make a good lead. Pollock Houston just stays out wide. He's looking good to get another stock car title under his belt, as he did quite well in the GP a few weeks ago. As we see a few cars taking swings at the 2NZ, as we see Dylan Crystal taking off the end, but it's the real deal. Max Beal in second, Caleb Arneson still third, but it's the Pollock Houston leading us out. He, of course, the birthday boy a couple weeks ago, got his birthday wish of another national title in these stock cars, as that 266 out in the lead lets the 94B by. Of course, his teammate in a matching design not too far behind him. Caleb Arneson still in third, still doing the mahi to stay up the front. Pollock Houston doing his best to avoid all this carnage that's going on around him. As we see in the background, we see a Kyle Rowe replica upside down. Look, the way the camera was, it looked like Blake Lockett was in fourth out of nowhere. But now it's Kevin Martin in third out of nowhere. He's another strong favourite to get some points for a title. Didn't exactly see a lot of him in Heat 1, but now we're in Heat 2. He's up in the third, if not momentarily. He's getting a little bit of attention though, as we went the wrong way. But it's still Caleb Arneson in third, as he gets a huge shot from Blake Lockett. Couldn't have happened to a better person. That, of course, will see him drop down the order. As we get back up to our leader, it's still JPH in the lead. We've gone from a Tegan Tory problem to a Pollock Houston problem, as he's going to get back-to-back national titles. Of course, we get to see the 2NZ, or was it Z3NZ? We get to see Caleb go a lap down now. So from third to a lap down, clearly the offer of Tim Tab's too tempting to take from some people. Is that? We've got a yank. The American, he's in second. He's worked his way right through. He's getting a bit of attention on him, but he's now into second. He gets a huge shot from Tomo. Possibly a little bit of collateral damage. And now Justin Jessup, another one of those Pro Cup Pro Chargers. He's up there now. Third, still Kevin Martin. He gets another huge off the end by one of the Wilson twins. There's about 3 of them. And it's got Justin Lemon back into third. Could we see the first non-New Zealander North Island? I don't think any other possible person that could have picked it up would be Scott Kinton. But I don't believe he has won one of these titles. I'll need a facts checker. As we see cars spun out in the middle of the track. Tyler Fitzsimmons takes a swing at someone there, or he just went really late for really no good reason. As we see more people who could have potentially won tonight's meeting just getting lapped by Pollock Houston, as he's really setting this world on fire. Justin Jessup still second, and it's the Yank still in third. Kevin Martin in fourth. Peter May from the Repechage in fifth. As we see Kevin Martin still getting a lot of attention given to him by that Wilson twin. Of course, JPH is still in the lead. I think he's actually won this race by lapping everyone who wasn't in the top 4. Not sure what we're really waiting on. Right, I've got some points for you. I'll give you the whole top 15. Really draw it out while we wait for the next round of racing. On 30 points, Tyler Fitzsimmons. On 37, Richard Joy. 37 again, Profit. 38, Peter May. 40, Caleb Arneson. 40 again, Jaden Ty. 44, Burt Cardwell. 44, Bailey Cooper. 46, Justin Lemon. 46, Wade Crawford. We're now into the top 5, which is Wade Crawford, not Wade Crawford, sorry. Matt Stone, 50. Jonathan Bolton, 50, so tied for 4th. Second, Justin Jessup, Kevin Martin. And in first, Jesse Pollock Houston, leading us out on 55. So, a lot to play for. James Profit and Jonathan Bolton front row. Leo, who was looking like a strong contender when he wasn't being taken out, starts on 3. Corbin Borwacker, grid 4. Dylan Crystal, you can see his name pick up there. I think it's, not sure who exactly that is. There, as we get a almighty jump start from Justin Jessup. Bailey Cooper, that's who I was trying to think of in that car. As we see Bolton immediately fired up the fence by Leo Strawberry. Strawberry. As we look back up to the front, Profit with a commanding lead from some of the new bloods in Bailey Cooper and Justin Jessup. As we see Justin Lemon backwards. It's an almighty pile up as we try and grab the leader again. There we go. We're back onto Profit, still leading us out, but this time by not a lot. It's a small, narrow margin. Of course, these Heat 3 races, all the blocking gets turned on. As we see, Profit fired to the infield. That's dropped him right down the order. And it's now seen Richard Joy through to the lead. I don't think I read his name out in the top 15. He's normally one of those guys who's either up there or he's on the pole line. I think now we'll see him move to a pole line role. And now it's Pete Sakes, for fucking Pete's sakes, in the lead. Of course, we'll see the bar roll through once again just to confirm that it's actually another Yank in a podium position in this race. It is Pete Sakes, your race leader, from Jonathan Bolton and Jaden Ty. Sorry, Pollock Houston back into 3rd. He's looking set to take back-to-back national titles. I thought Tegan Torrey was a problem in the community for winning races, but no. Now we've got a Pollock Houston problem. He's of course trying to muscle his way through a pack of blocking cars. Richard Joy temporarily back into 3rd once again. Justin Jessup takes it from him. Of course, we saw Pollock Houston there being dealt to in the background, but it's still Pete Sakes in the lead. To be honest, if I was these block cars, I would just be leaving him by. He's not in any sort of title contention. All you're doing by taking him out is making sure other people further down the order can get more points. When in reality, if your goal is to take points away from someone, leaving this car alone would be doing a tremendous job of it. Justin Jessup and Jaden Ty are now sniffing each other's diffs as they are right up onto each other. Brandon Niven puts a block on to the new driver with huge potential. He continues to push over the grass. That one will need to be looked at post-race, definitely. But in the mix of the action, Pollock Houston's back in contention. I think that's him up into 5th. It's still Pete Sakes leading us out. The Yank looking to take a checkered flag still new in the community. As we see some lid skids there from Richard Joy. He'll need to escape, even though Pete Sakes has knocked him back onto his wheels. Of course, we love a bit of lid skids around here. As we see Pete Sakes use the bumper there, quite wisely pushes a blocking car into the back of another one. Definitely not the sort of wingless driving you're used to. Not wingless, fucking sprint car driving he'll be used to. And now Bolton's all over his diff. I think this is for position as well, so that will see the yank out of... Oh no, the yank, he's actually used a good bit of luck there, that's for sure, to be pushed into Bolton, spinning him around. So it's still Pete Sakes leading from Bolton now with a 2-second lead. And of course another 3 seconds back from Bolton is Pollock Houston. Of course, I think I'm gonna need to hand out some Tim Tams. That is definitely for sure. Could we see the yank take a wing? Jaden Ty, Kiwi driver himself, takes to a bit of a blocking roll. We see Bolton through to the lead now. Unfortunately, it wasn't to last, but he gets held up tremendously. Pete Sakes is back into lead. He uses some carnage on the wall to push Bolton behind a couple lap cars. Dane Walker with a huge shot, but just pushes him around the corner, really. Pete Sakes not really able to recover, but it's race over. It doesn't matter. The yank takes out heat number 3. Right, waiting on official points. We've had one driver fall out. Just waiting on some points. Of course, any points I give now will be still requiring to go through protests and all that. Oh, Justin Jessup and yeah, Pollock's won it. There's a runoff for second and third.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the
Right.
grid now.
We've got cars over in the pit lane. So, Jonathan Bolton versus someone. Oh, Justin Jessup, that's right. So while we wait for this not all-in runoff to start, Bert Cardwell in 5th, Matt Stone in 4th, tied 2nd. The runoff we're currently watching, Justin Jessup versus Jono Bolton, and in 1st, Jesse Pollock Houston. So we have both cars on track. We've already seen one runoff tonight. Now it's time for a second. So now we see Bolton on the outside, Jessup on the inside. Bolton, of course, elected to go outside with the higher position in race number 1. Green flag, we're underway. It's a fairly equal start. Jessup pushing Bolton out wide, possibly going for a kill shot early. As we see Bolton now trying to push his way to the pole line. We'll stay on board with Bolton as he'll probably look to put in a shot. He does. He moves the back end of Justin Jessup, unsettles it a bit. Now he's all over the back of J-Dog. And he gets by. He's in through to the lead. Jessup now pushing him through the corner. Pushes him out wide. There's a little bit of a gap momentarily. Jessup all over the back of him once again. It's a real show of whose brakes are better. As Bolton gets pushed in, huge. Jessup slides under the fucking bottom rail and gets into the lead. We're in the middle. Race, cunt. Sorry, someone's talking mid-race and Bolton's over. Is that one motion? Who will know? And now it looks like all down to Justin Jessup. No mistakes from him. We'll see him take out the second step of the North Island Championship. It's a real smooth, clean drive as he's got white flag as he'll come around. I think it's the other, yeah, is the side of the track. So as he comes around this side of the track, it will be white flag, 1 to go. Bolton now needs a stop. Jessup almost got a stop on Bolton. I got the sides of the track wrong. Unlucky there from Bolton. And probably what is the longest runoff we've had in a while. But that is it, all but the runoff. Not the runoff, the all-in, which I don't stream. I'll catch you all on Wednesday. I might be live between now and then with some testing stuff. But yes, unofficially, Jesse Pollock Houston, Justin Jessup, and Jono Bolton